Hello everyone, welcome to the global classroom. What I'm going to talk about today is how to attack after serving with sidespin. First of all, everyone knows why many people are learning the hook shot now, or learning this reverse sidespin serve. But there aren't as many serving with sidespin because of the changing times. Nowadays, when receiving serves, most people basically stand in the middle to receive serves. Like players from the old days, they stood in this position, with forehand serves as the main shot. Nowadays, the main shot when receiving serves is the backhand flick, so when two right-handed players face each other. If I serve with sidespin, the ball will have a curve towards this side. So, this ball is ideal for a backhand flick. Actually, backhand flicks from all parts of the table are relatively easy. So, in the matches you see now, there are hardly any balls that can't be backhand flicked. But in matches where backhand flicks are the main shot, in this era, how should we go for the attack after serving? That requires variation in the placement of the ball. You can see, if I serve, and I serve it to the opponent, in this 2/3 area, the opponent doesn't need to move and can backhand flick directly. If I serve it to this area, the opponent needs to take a big step to backhand flick it. So now, for those attacking after serving with sidespin, the first point is how to prevent the opponent from backhand flick. If the opponent's main shot is backhand flick, inevitably, their stalemate ball will be very strong. Otherwise, they wouldn't use this playstyle. How should we attack after serving when facing this type of opponent? Let me demonstrate for you. You can see, I've served a very straight sidespin ball, and he wants to backhand flick it. The first instinct is to backhand flick it, but the second instinct when the ball reaches here is that he hasn't come here. So what if he can't flick it? His subconscious switches to pushing. You should know, if you want the opponent to be unable to backhand flick, where does he receive the ball? Basically, in the left half of the table, because the ball has sidespin, and his body is on this side. You should know that short balls and long balls on the left half of the table can both be flicked or looped. So disrupting the opponent's first instinct, the first placement is the key point. If you disrupt the opponent's first instinct, then you control the subsequent attack. If the serve isn't good, with this slight change in position, the situation of the game changes. If I serve it straight, he can't flick it. But if I serve it slightly off to the side, he can backhand flick it. In matches, every point counts, and one aspect may affect the entire game. So, how to break the backhand flick when serving? I must disrupt their first placement. It's not about how much spin I put on the ball, or how strong my serve is. It's about the placement and curve. Same ball, if I place it well, but it's high, he can backhand flick it too. You can see, I've served it straight, and with spin, but it's a bit high. He can still backhand flick it, so how to prevent him from flicking? I need to serve the ball flat and straight. Then he has no way to backhand flick, right? I'll lead him to play first 3 rounds with me, and control the situation. You can see, all these shots are within my control. If he push, I'll dork short. What if he pushes long? Siddle, I'll attack first. So, do you all understand? When attacking after serving, it's about awareness, variation, and disrupting the opponent's rhythm. As long as you don't let him receive the ball in his most skilled way, it's considered a success. There's another point, which is the control with long serves and the control with short serves to the corners. You can see this in many matches as well, including girls nowadays. There are more and more serves to the backhand corner. Why serving with sidespin to the backhand corner? It's also about disruption. Sending the ball to 2 different landing spots can leave your opponent clueless. Actually, serving only to the forehand is useless. It's not effective to serve only to the forehand, even if you serve a good shot. If your opponent knows you're serving to the same spot every time, they can anticipate it. move in advance. So, these two spots must be varied. Let your opponent know that you often serve to these spots, so when your opponent knows you're serving to the backhand corner, forehand corner becomes open. Also, long serves must be included. So, in matches, why do you sometimes see players serving long balls once or twice in a game, and the opponent still manages to counterloop them? It doesn't matter because this is about disrupting the opponent's serve-receive position and breaking their rhythm. So, long serves must be included. Now, I'll demonstrate attacking from the entire table range after serving. You can see, I've served one that's straight, quite fast with sidespin. He's made a high return. My serve was topspin. If his dropping short is mediocre, what will his next chop be like? On the first ball, I served a topspin. He returned a high ball. On the second ball, he might expect another topspin serve, so he wants a backhand flick. At this point, I have to anticipate that he might try to backhand flick. I have two choices. One is to serve backhand long shot. The other is to serve a backhand short ball to the corner. But relatively speaking, I think serving a backhand short ball to the corner is relatively safer. If he guesses wrong, okay, he can't return this ball with quality, and it's beyond his reach. So, I'm back on the attack. Each round, just two serves. If I score on both serves, the pressure I put on my opponent is immense. So, when serving, you must understand and calculate according to the opponent's playing style. You have to plan how to play every ball. Don't just react after the ball is returned to you. You must calculate. Every ball must be calculated. Every point counts. Let me demonstrate again. You can see, on the first ball, I served a net ball. His center of gravity shifted backward because he thought I was going to serve long. He stepped back, but actually, I served short. Normally, he would return this, but with low quality. So, I can attack. On the second ball, he thought I was going to serve short again. He stepped forward, but I served long. This is a situation of attacking after serving in a match. This kind of anticipation, you have to guess your opponent. If you can guess your opponent's move, you've already won half the battle. If you fail to guess your opponent's move, then it may lead to a stable 50-50 situation, where your serving opportunities are wasted. So, that all attacking after serving require anticipation, require guessing.